Get access to exclusive tutorials and take your paracord weaving to the next level by supporting this channel on Patreon. Hey, what's going on guys? Tim here again. In today's video, we're learning how to make a paracord stitched globe knot keychain. Hope you guys will like this one. Let's get into it. To start out, I got my piece of paracord working from the midpoint, and I've got it looped over my index finger on my left hand. What I'm going to do from there is take the cord that's behind my index finger, and I'm going to wrap it 4 times around, going away from me. Okay, so I've made 4 loops around my index finger, and I was winding that sort of away from me. So now I've got the cord on the left in front and the cord on the right behind my index finger. Now working with the cord on the right, you're going to go back from the right to the left, and you're going to go over, under, and over those 4 loops. So go over the first one, under the second one, over the third one, and under the last one. And that's going from the right to the left. And pull the majority of that cord towards the left side, leaving that sort of loop on the right hand side, just kind of covering the first loop. Now with the left side cord, you're going to go back the way you came, and you're going to do the opposite. So I'm going to go under the first one, over the middle one, under the last one, and then go over that sort of last cord there, like so. Now, from here, you're going to take the right cord and you're going to go up top and follow that cord on the very top. And you're going to go the exact same pattern, all right? So again, follow it and just go the exact same path and kind of double up that cord on top. And pull the excess out to the left. Then from there, you're going to do the same thing on the bottom side. Follow that same cord and go under, over, under, and over. Now from here, we're going to start separating those doubled up cords, and we'll start with the one on top. So I'm going to make some space in between those doubled up cords, and I'm going to go back to my right cord, and now you're going to go over and under, and kind of like the opposite. So go under the first one, over the second one, under the third one, and over the last. So you're kind of doing the opposite in between those 2 cords. And again, bring that excess from the left all the way from the right side all the way to the left. Now we're going to do the same thing on the bottom side. We've got the cord that was originally coming out the left side, and again, make some space in between those 2 cords on the bottom. And now make sure you go over that cord that's lined up with my index finger there. So go over that one. And now see this first loop here, you're going to go through underneath that loop, and then now you're going to continue the same pattern. So go over the next cord, under that middle one, and then over the last one. Bring that cord right through. And then now, go over the third one and under the last one and out through the top. So just imagine that you're, it's like, weaving a basket. So make sure that your cords are kind of opposite, so you can tell you've done it right when you've got the cords alternating and you've got a nice kind of sort of basket weave pattern. Now, turn the whole thing slightly towards you. And see, I've got one more empty space here, and I'm going to go back from the right to the left. And again, I'm going to make sure I follow the proper pattern. So I'm going to go under that first one, over the second one, under the third, and then over the last. And again, gather all that excess from the right to the left side. So now from this point, you want to start cinching that whole thing closed a bit. And I like to keep the entire kind of assembly on my finger and start to cinch out the excess cord and make the entire things smaller and kind of take a lot of the slack out before I insert the marble. So as you can see, I transferred it from my index finger to my thumb. There isn't really any right way to do this, just kind of start pulling on the cords and get the excess out to either side of the cords. You want to try to keep this as even as possible though. So continue tightening that entire assembly and get it about the size, so to the point where it's like a thimble on your thumb, and then we can proceed by inserting the marble next. So now when the entire thing is small enough, about this size, I'm going to take my marble and insert it into this little pouch here. And this is going to be the core for our globe knot. Now from here, again, you're just going to continue taking out the slack. It's just something you're going to have to work at and try to get that slack out as evenly as possible. So any loose cords that you can see, just kind of give them a tug and get the excess out to one side. So now we can do our stitching, and it's very simple. We're going to take our microcord on a fid and we're just going to follow one of the cords. So you've got two cords coming out of your globe knot, and this time I'm keeping the microcord kind of on the left of that cord. So you can just insert the cord, the microcord, from the starting point of one of the cords that leads into the globe knot. And then I just kind of melted the end here a little bit just to kind of prevent it from slipping out. But once you start stitching the cord, it's very unlikely that it'll come out. But anyways, I'm just going to tuck it just underneath there to hide it. And then now I'm going to follow along the sort of, you can call it left side of the cord, and just do that from one end of the start of the globe knot all the way to the other side. So you will have to kind of pay attention to where the cord is leading to. But once you get started, it's very, very intuitive and you don't really have to do much figuring out. Just continue following that cord all the way through the globe knot, all the way to the other side. So I'm coming down to the end here, and as you can see, when I do this last stitch, it's going to end up on matching sort of one of the cords. And I think this is where the last stitch almost is. So you can see that cord now comes out the other side where the cord, that lead cord, has exited the globe knot. So from there, that's done. That's one side done. And you're just going to snip and singe the excess microcord. And then now you're just going to continue that same process. So go on, this time we're going on kind of the right side of that first cord we started on. Right, so again, I'm just going to keep that microcord all on one side. And again, I'm just going to tuck it in just underneath like so. And then again, see, now I'm just going to follow that same cord, and you'll see that the gray microcord is going to end up on the opposite side of the first one. So just continue that same process and stitch the microcord all the way through the globe knot. So I'm just finishing up that last stitch, and it's going to end up, it should end up exactly where the second cord comes out of the globe knot. So again, I'm just going to snip and melt that last cord. This one, if you do get lost in there, don't be afraid just to take the cord out and redo it. I think mine pretty much followed the entire same path, but I think it diverged at some point. I might have gotten a little lost, but it still looks fine. I still have two passes on every side. So now to finish it off, I'm going to tie a diamond knot, and I'm sure most of you tied the diamond knot before, but you can just watch me go through it here. But you don't have to tie the diamond knot for this. At this point, you've got two lead cords. You could do whatever you want to finish off this keychain, but I'm going to tie a diamond knot so it sits right above my globe knot. And then next I'm going to cinch up that diamond knot and get it right above the globe knot. Just going to cinch all that excess out and push it all the way down. Having a knotter's tool is very good in these situations. It can take a lot of strain off your fingertips. You can just use that to get all the excess all the way to one side. So now with that diamond knot tied, I'm just going to tie a single snake knot. I'm going to take that right cord, bring it behind, the left cord behind the right, then right around that and back through that loop we created. So I'm just going to tie a single snake knot. I think it'll look pretty nice. Having that globe knot, which is rather large, go to the smaller diamond and then finish that off with the snake knot. So now to finish it off, I'm going to take both ends of the paracord, put it through one side of the keyring. I'm going to just kind of get that to where I want to sit it. And now I'm going to take the cord on the right, wrap it around everything like so, bring it in front and then behind. And then now with that second cord, you can take that second cord and bring it behind that initial cord like so. So bring it behind like that and then bring it back to the front and feed it through that loop. And that's going to kind of make like a snake knot to tie everything together. All right, so I'm going to take out the slack, even that up. And now we're just going to do one more just for good measure to keep everything nice and secure. Again, wrap that around and then take the second cord and bring it in front. Okay, so super simple method of using these kind of snake knots to attach the two terminal cords to a keyring. Just gonna cinch up all that excess. And then now I'm just gonna snip and singe the excess cord and melt it and press down on it with my knotter's tool. All right, and there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this globe knot keychain tutorial. And yeah, nice, interesting little knot to carry on your keys or wherever you want. And so remember guys, if you did enjoy this video, feel free to consider supporting this channel on Patreon. A huge thank you to all the Patreon supporters that have supported me so far. You guys are making a world of difference for this channel. And you'll, if you guys want access to exclusive tutorials and other rewards on my Patreon page, feel free to check that out. Link in the video as well as in the description box down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this globe knot keychain tutorial, and I hope you guys will make one for yourself. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video.